The Night Fury, the unholy offspring of lightning and death itself. For years, this dragon was a ghost story, a fire-breathing mystery that no Viking had ever seen and lived to tell the tale. But let's be real, the elusive, one-of-a-kind beast has way more going on than just echolocation, a flame jacket, and a powerful tail whip. They have a massive arsenal at their disposal. Today, we're talking about the hidden abilities, the stats, the calculated strengths, and yes, even the fatal weakness of the enigma that is the Night Fury. Let's start with the flashiest part of the package, their firepower. Rather than breathing plain fire, the Night Fury shoots bursts of purple-colored flames composed of ionized oxyacetylene. As their plasma blasts that explode upon impact, these are beyond hot and capable of devastating their targets instantly. The Night Fury is known for absolute precision. They can fire these blasts with such pinpoint accuracy that they can disarm a Viking without hurting them, or destroy an entire catapult tower from miles away. They can actually control the levels of intensity of the flames. We're talking about a range that goes from concussive blasts to knock people off their feet, all the way to destroy entire battlements, stun other dragons, and sadly, kill a Viking instantly. The flames burn at around 3,330 degrees Celsius. That's 6,026 degrees Fahrenheit, which is hot enough to melt steel and rock. But wait, here's the question that tears the fandom apart. How many of these devastating blasts can a Night Fury unleash? Official stats that even Hiccup himself imply that the Night Fury shot limit is 6, but there's massive uncertainty around this limit. In the final fight of the first film, we saw Toothless fire more than 10 shots, and if you look at the TV series, specifically the episode Frozen, he's seen shooting 15 blasts. This is very contradictory to the 6-shot rule, suggesting that Night Furies might have the ability to recharge their blasts incredibly quickly, or perhaps the limit applies to full power blasts only. Now, let's talk about why this thing is the Ferrari of dragons. The Night Fury is undeniably one of the fastest dragons known, capable of breaking the sound barrier. We're talking supersonic speeds here, people. Its streamlined body and powerful wings give it a distinct advantage in high-speed flight. Physically, the dragon is a marvel of engineering. It has a wingspan of 45 feet on average, with a body length of about 26 feet. The Night Fury weighs in at 1,776 pounds, or roughly 805 kilograms. This weight-to-wing ratio is crucial. When a Night Fury folds its wings during a dive, it becomes a streamlined aerodynamic force of nature. Known as dive bombing, this ability allows for incredible speed and precision, making it difficult for its target to see coming, especially at night. More than speed, the stealth this ability provides is what makes it lethal. The Night Fury's flight is tuned for quietness. The large wingspan helps create efficient lift, meaning he doesn't have to flap frantically like a gronkle, keeping noise to a minimum. The only warning signs you get here are the high-pitched whistling sound of its approach and the disappearance of stars as it passes by. I know, I'm talking like the Night Fury is a Lockheed Martin 535 Lightning II, but arguably, the jet doesn't compare. Speaking of disappearing stars, let's address the elephant, or rather, the lightning in the room. Unlike the Night Fury, who uses plasma to cloak, Night Furies possess a more volatile ability to cloak themselves. They can absorb lightning from the sky and encase themselves in an electric aura, becoming temporarily invisible. They do this by channeling the electricity to heat up their scales and back flaps, turning them reflective. It's an incredible power, but it comes with a drawback. It consumes a significant amount of energy and likely hurts a little bit if not done right. This ability also surprises Grimmel in the third movie, proving that even the guy who hunted them to extinction didn't know they could do this. When it comes to strength in combat, the Night Fury is no slouch. It can fend off multiple Vikings at once, carry the weight of 2 humans, and engage in battles with larger opponents like the Whispering Death. But let's do the math. Toothless was able to carry Hookfang by his tail with the extra weight of Hiccup and Snotlout. However, he was shown to be struggling to lift Barf and Belt with the extra weight of Hiccup in the eel effect. Let's look at the weights. Apparently, the Zippleback has a weight of 6,036 pounds. The Monstrous Nightmare is around 5,040 pounds. Add the weight of Hiccup, let's say 126 pounds, because he's skinnier than the average 136. And Snotlout, maybe 150 pounds for that muscular physique. If you crunch the numbers, you will see that the Night Fury is fine with lifting weights on average of about 5,600 pounds, but starts to struggle around the 6,100 pound mark. That's an insane amount of lift for a dragon that only weighs 1,776 pounds itself. That means a Night Fury can lift over 3 times its own body weight while flying. And it's not just lifting. Toothless can use his enormous wings as shields, protecting himself and his rider from dangerous attacks. The wings are incredibly resilient, able to withstand even the hottest flames and intense pressure, as we saw in the episode Animal House, where he shielded the gang from an avalanche. Night Furies possess acute senses, including exceptional hearing and night vision. They can pick up on distant sounds and see through the fog of thick clouds. This has been seen in various episodes such as Free Scaldy, To Insanity, and A View to a Skrill Part 1. But their coolest sensory trick? Echolocation. In low light conditions, they rely on this to navigate. The signal takes the shape of purple-colored sound waves, which bounce off all objects and obstacles nearby. This allows the dragon to visualize the environment even in pitch blackness. Unlike bats, the signal, or at least part of it, is still low enough to be within the human hearing range, described as a weird humming noise. They also have a good sense of smell. Toothless was able to track Hiccup by scent alone. Hiccup mentioned in The Night and the Fury that Night Furies Furies can smell danger. He said it as a lie to save a monstrous nightmare, but it's later revealed that it was actually true. Their sense of smell is acute, though not near the levels of a tracker-class dragon like Stormfly. Let's get weird with the biology. In the series, Toothless demonstrates a unique ability, setting himself alight with blue flames. This is known as a flame jacket, similar to the monstrous nightmare. This flame jacket not only looks cool, but serves as a protective shield and a way to dry off or warm up bedding. Also, Night Furies can control the brightness of their glow by consuming glowing algae. This ability has both advantages and drawbacks, as seen in the Fright of Passage episode. It makes them look cool, but ruins their stealth. And we can't forget the spines. In How to Train Your Dragon 2, Valka showed Hiccup hidden spines on Toothless' back. These spines are flat, leathery fins, placed in a V shape, extending from his back to the end of his tail. They give him more maneuverability and control in flight. Apparently, dragons acquire this ability when they reach a certain age, sort of like a dragon puberty feature. The Night Fury is exceptionally intelligent and can understand and learn various commands. We aren't just talking sit and stay. They display emotional awareness, allowing them to sense the feelings of humans and other dragons. Their capacity for mimicry, creativity, and learning is truly remarkable. Toothless even learned to draw. When pushed to the limit, or when challenging an alpha, Night Furies enter a Titan Wing or alpha state. In this mode, they exhibit a distinctive glowing pattern on their nose, mouth, and spines, and their shot limit seems to disappear entirely. They can fire limitless plasma blasts. This state allows them to challenge massive dragons like the Bewilderbeast, and even command other dragons to bow down. But hold on, they aren't invincible. Night Furies, despite their impressive abilities, still have their share of vulnerabilities. They are terrified of eels. The mere sight of one makes them recoil, and eating one gives them eel pox, which messes up their aim and makes them aggressive. A dragon root arrow can render them weak for an extended period, often longer than other dragons. Interestingly, Night Furies have a charming secret. Like Gronkles and deadly Natters, they have a sweet spot under their chin. When scratched there, they become unexpectedly docile and may even collapse in contentment, making them vulnerable. Unlike most dragons, Night Furies are described by Grimmel to not be able to consistently endure very cold environments, icy waters, or low temperatures. They require rescue from these conditions, as seen when Toothless saved them from the icy waters by the sea shockers. Their endurance has limitations when it comes to long flights. They need to take breaks and rest on islands as their stamina diminishes after their initial burst of speed. The dual tail fins are vital for stabilizing their flight. If one is damaged or missing, their ability to fly is compromised. Most also describe dive bombing in confined areas as a weakness, which I guess it is, but that can be said for any dragon who flies in narrow seas. So is it really? Night Furies are undeniably one of the most extraordinary dragons in the How to Train Your Dragon universe. Their impressive abilities, from plasma blasts to lightning cloaks, and their unique characteristics make them a force to be reckoned with. Yet like all creatures, they have vulnerabilities. But what if there was a dragon which had no vulnerabilities whatsoever? Well, that's the subject of this other video. Click on this video to see what it would look like if we created the strongest dragon in How to Train Your Dragon history. Go ahead, click it.